Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to start slash kind of continue a series on my channel. So I believe a couple years ago now, I posted a Meet My Palette video and I wanted to kind of bring that series back and do it in a slightly different way. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about a palette in my collection and just kind of retesting it and talking about some of the things I like, maybe don't like, different shades within the palette, and creating an eye look for you all with it. So just trying to get another good use and retest some of the palettes within my collection. So I'm going to try and start with palettes that you can still get. But if there are any palettes you would like to see, please let me know. And if you need a refresher on the palettes that I have, I posted my eyeshadow palette collection video at the beginning of this year if you'd like to go check that out. So for today's video, I'm going to be using my BeBella Cosmetics Sweet Sunflower palette. The packaging of this one and the other palettes within this collection is super cute. And then you open it up and here is the color story. So this is a palette I feel like I don't get a ton of use out of. It's not one of my favorites in my collection, so I thought this one would be a good one to start with, retest it, and see how I like it. So I want to start with the shade Suntastic. And I'm going to start by just running this through my crease. So this palette, I just looked it up and it looks like it is on sale for $8. I'm not sure if that's the actual price. I know I paid $12 for this palette, but on BeBella's website, it is currently $8. So if you are interested in picking it up, that is the current price. And I will say the formula of this palette is really nice. I have this one and the rest of the Flower Feels collection. That collection did come with 4 palettes, and I have really enjoyed all of them. I think they're really good quality, especially for being more on the affordable end. So definitely a collection I would recommend if you're interested in the color stories. So next I want to move on to Rustic, and the shade is actually my favorite within this palette. I think it's just a really nice, slightly more mustardy toned yellow matte shade, and I think it's super pretty, and I do already have a pan in this shade. This pan did surprise me quite a bit, and I noticed that the product wasn't really packed all the way up to the top of the pan, so it was really easy to hit. But I'm just going to focus this one slightly lower in my crease and just start trying to slowly deepen this look up. So one of the reasons that this palette isn't my favorite is because I feel like there's not a ton of variety within this palette. You kind of get just your yellow shades and then some more neutral brown shades, which is nice for everyday looks, and if this is your type of color story, it's super nice. But I do wish there was a slight bit more variety within this palette. And another reason that this isn't my favorite is, you can see here, there are 2 very similar looking yellow gold shades. And that type of color is just not my favorite. I just don't really love how it looks on my eyes. So having 2 of them in this palette makes it a little difficult for me. I would rather they were something else. But like I said, the performance of these shades is super nice, and I'm constantly impressed with the quality. I am going to start bringing these shades onto my lower lash line as well, and kind of smoking out this outer corner. Next shade I want to take is Merry Soul. And I'm going to focus this one in the outer corner, lower in the crease. Just keep on working this outer corner and deepening it up. I will also pop up some pictures of looks I have done in the past with this palette, so you can at least see some different inspiration ideas if you have this palette or were looking at it, or if you even have a similar color story within your collection. I just like to give some inspiration of looks that you can create, and most of them are pretty simple, I would say. And again, not a ton of variety within this palette, but I feel like I've done a few different types of looks with some of the more yellow shades, some of the more brown shades, and then kind of mixing them together. All right, next I'm going to take ochre. And I feel like this one is just a very slightly darker version of that previous shade that we used. So I'm just kind of going to do the same thing, but hopefully it adds a little bit more depth to this look. And again, just focusing right in this outer corner here. Blending it out, smoking it out. All right, then I want to take some of Be Attraction. This is another favorite shade of mine within this collection, on the slightly more neutral side, but still kind of on that warm tone brown side. I think it's super pretty. I love using this one and the shade Honey Pot together. That's the shade above it. If you saw, I'll show it in a second. I feel like these three shades together create a really pretty look. And I will say the matte shades in this palette are definitely more my favorites than the shimmers. The shimmers have a really beautiful formula. I just don't really love the tones and colors of them, so that's the only reason that I'm saying the mattes are my favorite. All right, next I want to take some concealer and start cutting my crease. I don't do cut creases super often, but it seemed like kind of a fun idea for today. So I'm not going to go all the way across my lid, but stopping kind of 2/3 of the way across. And then just kind of patting this in to make sure I filled in everywhere on the lid here. All right, next I'm going to take Sweet Moment. And this is just the nice kind of off-white setting shade. And I'm going to use this to just pack down right over top of where I just placed that concealer. Then right over this edge, I'm going to take the brush that had Be Attraction, and just with whatever product is left, just kind of going to soften this line here so it's not super harsh. All right, then I'm going to take Paradise, which is easily my favorite shimmer within this palette. Just a nice, light, bright shade for the inner corner, especially love it for that. And this also works nice as an all-over lid shade as well, if you are someone who, like me, prefers lighter tone shimmers. So that will do it for this look. I'm going to go add some mascara and be right back. All right, here is the final look. I do really love how this turned out. Just a really nice, light, everyday look with some nice little pops of yellow in there. I think it's super cute. I do really love yellow eyeshadow, so this look is very nice in my opinion. I definitely, like I said, prefer the mattes in this palette. I think they perform super nicely, and if I'm going to be wearing yellow, it's going to be a matte and not a yellow gold shimmer. I don't enjoy that color for some reason. So there are definitely parts of this palette that I absolutely love and I think perform really well, but there are just some shades in here that personally aren't my favorite. If this is a color story you enjoy, then I think you might really like this. So just kind of personal preference at this point, but like I said, quality, very nice, especially for the more affordable price point. So let me know what you guys think of this look, what you thought of this palette, and let me know what other palettes you might like to see me test out for you all. I am always happy to take recommendations. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future uploads. And with all of that said, I will see you in my next video. Bye!